All right, in this video, I'm going to be discussing the Human Services 4153 Introduction to Counseling Techniques Syllabus. Up here at the top, you will see my name, Tiffany Brooks, my information, so that is my phone number. And then these right here are my virtual office hours. So these are kind of the easiest times to reach me, but I'll talk more about ways to communicate with me in just a second. Method of instruction, I expect you all to take an active role in your learning. So that's completing any of the assigned readings, asking questions, and participating in class discussion and experiential activities. I will provide lecture, facilitate the classroom discussion, and structure any of the experiential activities. Of course, I will be answering any student questions as well. We scroll past all of this. Down here, you're going to see what the different course requirements are. So these are the different assignments and then how much they're worth. This is the percentage that they're going to count and how much they're going to be weighted for your overall grade. So you'll see pretty much everything is even except for the quizzes. So the quizzes are a little bit less than everything else. And so you will have to complete a role play. I'll talk about all of these in depth down at the bottom of the syllabus. So that's worth 20% of your grade. You will create a vision board, also 20%. Counseling techniques, videos, and discussion boards. So you'll be watching a lot of videos and responding to those discussions. That's worth 20%. Each week, you will be doing a practice role play. So that is going to be 20%. And you'll have quizzes over each chapter and lecture for every week. And so those are worth 10%. And then just being prepared, being respectful, participating like you're supposed to is 10% of your grade. Here is the grading scale. So this is how you will be graded. If you haven't referred back, I suggest referring back to the SBC policies. So you're responsible for this information. So some examples would be being respectful and open to other people and their ideas, not plagiarizing. So guys, if you use any other source, you need to cite that source using APA. Those are the kind of things that are involved in the policies. For my specific policies, I expect a high level of engagement from all of my students. And so that means logging in regularly, posting all of your assignments weekly. And if any extenuating circumstances arise, please do your best to maintain this level of engagement, or inform me ahead of time if you are going to have to be late on something. We'll talk about late work in just a second. I expect that you be respectful to one another because it is such a fast pace. I mean, summer, we only have 6 weeks for this course. So some weeks are going to be very heavy in material. So you need to be turning everything in at the end of each week. So this course starts on a Monday. You'll turn in for week 1 on the next Monday. So each week you're turning in on the Monday, except for the last week, which is a short week, and you're turning in on the Friday. For every day you're past the due date, you will lose 5 points on assignments, meaning, you're more than 4 days late. You're going to lose 20 points off of an assignment. So that adds up very quickly. And so I need you to be turning things in on time so that you don't lose points. I cannot stress that enough. I prefer email as the main source of communication. That's the quickest way to reach me. I aim to respond within 24 hours, except on weekends. At times, I may only reply letting you know that I've received your message, and then I'll include an estimate of when I should be getting back with you. I kind of view my personal time from Friday at 5 p.m. to Monday at 8. So it does not mean you won't hear from me over the weekend. It just means I'm not going to put the 24-hour expectation on myself over the weekend. So if you prefer to talk either on the phone or Skype or Google Hangout, please arrange this with me ahead of time. You can also utilize any of my office hours. You just, like I said, you might want to notify me ahead of time so I can know to be on Google Meet during those hours. And please only text me in the case of an emergency. All right, let's talk about the assignments in depth. All right, by the end of the class, you should be ready to do a full-on role play. It needs to at least be 25 minutes. You will have a partner for this, so you can use a classmate in the class, and y'all can do it electronically, or you can get a volunteer at home to do it. There is an informed consent on Blackboard that I ask that your volunteers sign, and just it's saying that they agree to do this with you. They understand it's for an assignment and that I'm going to be viewing it. You all can create a case study, and I just need you to send that to me of kind of what your session is going to be about. Essentially, like what kind of client are you working with? What are they going to be dealing with in that session? And then during that session, you have a list of things that you need to provide. So that rubric is on Blackboard and will be available to you for you to see exactly all the things you need to do in this session. And so it is quite the list. And so it's up to you how you prepare for that. I know some students have written the list large on a piece of poster board and had that behind their client's head on the wall where I can't see it on the video. That's completely fine with me. Other students print out the rubric and have it on a clipboard in front of them just to make sure that they've done all the things that are asked of them. That's fine. You're just learning. This is a practice thing. But you're going to choose one of the techniques that we've gone over throughout this course, and you're actually going to practice using this technique during this 25-minute video. So you need to use a technique, and you need to make sure that you're being very specific. So when you upload this video to Blackboard, if you could include what technique you are attempting to use, that's very helpful for me. And then you will also be doing a vision board. So this is a great tool that you can use both for your own professional development, also for if you're planning on going into counseling in the future. This is a great tool to use with a lot of different clients. But it allows people to identify their vision and give it clarity, reinforce their daily affirmations, or keep their attention on your intentions. And so you get to choose kind of what your vision board is about, and kind of what the different images or what you want it to be or what you want it to have to do with your life. And so some people have done vision boards that are about their career goals. I've seen others do it about any type of goal kind of they have, kind of broader goal. And this is a way to kind of allow for vision in that area. Also known as a dream board, so it could be more just multiple dreams that you have for your life. So how you do it is up to you. So here's a resource you can use on how to make a vision board. You can create the vision board with any medium you see fit. The way you're going to share it is you're either going to take a photo of the board and attach the photo to a blog post with a written explanation about it, in which there will be on Blackboard question stems that you have to answer, or you create a short video verbally describing and explaining the board. So whichever way you choose to do that works well. I think maybe I scrolled too quickly. Then more specifics about how to record is on Blackboard. So if you're not sure how to make a video, there are several ways you can make a video and those are on Blackboard. So I'm not picky if you use Screencastify, if you use, I forget what we have on Blackboard now, but there's a camera device. I think it's Relay or something like that. I'm forgetting the full name of it through Lindsay. You can use that. You can use your webcam as long as, you can save it and upload it to Blackboard. Anytime, an easy way is to save things and upload to a YouTube channel. That is a really easy way to share videos via Blackboard. So I highly recommend using the YouTube channel if you don't know how to do that. Google Drive, any of those work. Vision board rubric. This is kind of how you're going to be graded for the vision board. So look through this, make sure that you've done all those things, that you're going to get full credit. All right. So you will have 11 counseling technique videos to watch. And so every week, depending on the week, and down in the timetable, you'll see some weeks we're covering multiple chapters. And so you have to watch however many video techniques are correlated with the chapters that we're going over for that week. So you will watch the counseling videos and then you'll respond to the discussion board about that video. And so then you also have to respond to one other student's post on that. And so, guys, I really expect for your writing to be clear and grammatically correct. I need to see a strong depth of reflection. And then you get the participation points, both for commenting on someone else's post as well as replying to your own post. And so your replies need to be thoughtful. They need to be a question, something to keep the conversation going. You can't just say, oh, good post. That doesn't count. You need to actually ask a question or give a thoughtful reflection that says you read their discussion board. And then each week you will get to do a practice role play. So in every week of resources, there will be multiple activities or handouts that are related to the chapters. You get to select any of the techniques for that week that are relevant to those chapters, whether they're on the activities, the handouts, or in the textbook. And you will need to record a 10-minute video practicing a technique. So you'll have another volunteer and or classmate, and you will record a 10-minute video practicing this technique. So you can use the same recording options that you have for the role play recording. And then you will share that link to the video via Blackboard. When you post the link, I would like you to provide me with either a question or a confusing part of practicing this technique. So what was challenging about the technique? And then a positive or a strength that you demonstrated in the exercise. So what was something you did well as you were watching back the 10 minutes that you recorded? I am not going to watch all 10 minutes of every single student every single week. I will watch some of every video every week. And I will respond to all questions or struggles. So if you have a specific part of a role play that you would really like me to watch and get some feedback on, then when you provide me the link, just also give me the timestamp and say, hey, Dr. Brooks, I really want you to watch this specific part. I have this question, and I will definitely respond to that. This is how you'll be graded for that. So just for being prepared, that I can see and hear you, and I can hear the client or volunteer. That you asked a question, you get points, and that you provided a thoughtful strength, you get 35 points. You will get a quiz over each chapter, and so some weeks you will have multiple quizzes depending on how many chapters we covered. And so these quizzes cannot be made up unless you have prior approval from the instructor. So I have that late work policy, but that's for all the written assignments. Late work does not count towards quizzes. So you can't, be like, oh, Dr. Brooks, I didn't do my quizzes. Can you reopen them? And it's Tuesday. If they're already closed, you cannot make up the quizzes. So So you will want to stay on top of the work for this course. As I already mentioned, each week ends on the next Monday. So all the assignments are due on the respective Monday, except on week 6, which is on a Friday, and they're all due at 11:59 p.m. So each week you kind of see what all you should be completing, which chapters we'll be going over, and what all you're specifically responsible for. The stuff in bold is a specific assignment that needs to be catching your attention. And that is our syllabus. If you have any questions, please post those on the question and answer discussion board. Thank you.